Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show presents the Raw Ring Report. Coming up, the Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley returns with a message for Io Sky. These two women will meet next week for the Women's World title. But we don't want to get ahead ourselves to WrestleMania. After Elimination Chamber, who's going to be walking out the Women's World Champion? We'll talk about it coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Also, too, we'll hear from the participants in the Men's Elimination Chamber. CM Punk, Logan Paul, and Seth Rollins, they will all appear tonight. And you won't believe the fiery promo that CM Punk has told Logan Paul. And Logan Paul did a reaction. We'll talk about it coming up. As well as this, a triple threat match between Pete Dunne, Ludwig Kaiser, and Penta. Scribe a triple threat match. Will this be for a number one contendership for the Intercontinental title? We'll see. Plus, we'll hear from the main event. The women's tag team titles on the line. Sam the catchphrase. Can Liv and Raquel win their women's tag team titles back and win for a record-setting third time? We have to wait and see. But they have to take the title away from Bianca and Naomi. We get the Pro Wrestling Show started right here, right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kendra Dix here. Glad you're going to join us here on the Pro Wrestling Show for the co-home edition for Elimination Chamber. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect and our social channels as well. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing on the Pro Wrestling Show. Let's not waste no time whatsoever. Let's get things started right here, right now with this. We told you right here, CM Punk, Logan Paul, and Seth Rollins, these three men will be participating in the Elimination Chamber. The Elimination Chamber will be the final stop before WrestleMania. Which one of these three men representing Raw will get that championship opportunity and shot? But they couldn't do it at the Royal Rumble. They're going to find a way to do it in the Elimination Chamber. This is their final stop before the Chamber. Well, CM Punk confronted Logan Paul. Logan Paul was in the ring to air off his grievances and stuff. Logan Paul did the unthinkable, and Logan Paul did something that CM Punk normally like do with these young, brash upstart like a Logan Paul confronts a CM Punk. I can remember CM Punk a couple of years ago with MJF on AEW. This was kind of like that, reminiscent. But they got in each other's face, talking about the Elimination Chamber. Could this be a WrestleMania match? They're teasing a lot of things going on with WrestleMania. Logan Paul did not hold back one bit and slapped the taste out of CM Punk's mouth. CM Punk took it like a champ, but you can tell CM Punk's going to get his receipt after what Logan Paul did to him earlier tonight. And you can tell Logan Paul, CM Punk's still a little bit salty, and Logan Paul eliminated him at the Royal Rumble after being one of the last final four. And CM Punk hasn't forgot about that, but you can tell CM Punk going to get he said he's going to get you in the cage. So we're going to see that one way or another in a cage between Logan Paul and CM Punk. If they cross paths in the chamber, CM Punk is going to be yelling for Logan Paul after what Logan Paul did to him at the Royal Rumble as well. Well, we get to this, a triple threat match between Penta, Ludwig Kaiser, and Pete Dunne. Square off in a triple threat match. It really wasn't no stakes in this match, but they can't stand each other. These three wanted to beat each other up, but Ludwig Kaiser emerged victorious in the match. Ludwig Kaiser, who knows what might be going down with Ludwig Kaiser? Could he begin a future championship match? Who knows? It wasn't a lot of stipulations, no stakes or nothing in the match, but Ludwig Kaiser emerged victorious over Penta and Pete Dunne. So this rivalry is going to continue on down the road. Rhea Ripley, the Women's World Champion, returns with a message. Rhea Ripley had her honeymoon this past weekend. Rhea Ripley was not in town. Rhea Ripley enjoying her honeymoon with her husband, Buddy Murphy from AEW. Rhea Ripley came back, and she came back with a message tonight that Rhea Ripley wanted to indeed lead. She will take on Io Sky next week on Raw for the Women's World title. We thought it was going to be a WrestleMania match, but we don't know. But Io looking ready to win back the world title. She hasn't won the Women's World Championship since last WrestleMania when she went against Bayley and she lost her WWE Women's Championship She's trying to make up for lost times by becoming a champion once again. But Rhea Ripley says she's ready for the challenge and she's looking forward to put her championship on the line. Like we said, we don't know coming into WrestleMania who's going to be the Women's World Champion. Right now is Rhea Ripley, but things could change. WrestleMania could turn upside down, if you know what I mean. Upside down. Speaking of that, the Judgment Day was all in agreement tonight. As we know, Liv and Raquel want the women's champion, the tag team titles. But Dominic was in the midst trying to figure out what was going to go down. So we had to keep a close eye on that. Speaking of the Judgment Day had Dominic in action against Braun Breaker. Match was ended with no contest. Braun wanted to beat up everyone. Braun made Dominic look like a fool tonight. But Dominic, I don't know if Finn Balor wants to recruit Braun Breaker into the fold in the Judgment Day, which I wouldn't blame him, but who knows? But you can tell right here, Braun Breaker looking to bite the dog, no one bites the dust. But Braun Breaker and Finn Balor, I could see Braun and Finn and AJ all battling for the Intercontinental Championship because Braun looking for someone to fight. And this would be the perfect time for Braun to do so. He's looking for a fight. He's spoiling for a fight. I can tell you that right now. Well, speaking of that tonight, the New Day, we can find a New Day right quick. The New Day was in town. They were still antagonizing like the crowd tonight. New Day was saying that the crowd don't care and they want to get rid of the LWO. The New Day wants to do so. The New Day could be doing that with the LWO eventually. The New Day doing that as well. So we could see the New Day beating up the LWO, what they did tonight right here. The New Day attacking the LWO. And we can see Rey Mysterio return. And we can see the LWO versus Ray at WrestleMania. We just don't know who and what could be the possibilities coming up in that match. And we could tell. Well, Liv and Raquel defending her women's Intercontinental title against Dakota Kai once again in a rematch. Liv won, but emerging from that was Ivy now attacking Liv and Raquel and holding up the Women's Intercontinental Championship herself. That Chad Gable gave her, told her she needs to be working on trying to be a Women's Intercontinental Champion, and she might have taken it to heart tonight by doing what she did tonight by adding to the fact that she wants to be a Women's Intercontinental Champion. I can tell you that right now, and Ivy now could be on her way to become Women's Intercontinental Champion. I can tell you that right now. But we just have to wait and see. Ivy now, when that's going to happen, we will have to wait and see. But Ivy now looked like she was dead serious tonight. She wants to be Women's Intercontinental Champion so bad. Well, speaking of that, Sami Zayn, he will have a match against Kevin Owens this Saturday at Elimination Chamber in a non-sanctioned match. WWE will not be held responsible. The referee has to do is just count the 1, 2, 3 or a submission. These best friends, enemies, frenemies, they be fighting each time. So they're going to be fighting once again. And we'll see how that's going to go down for them down the road. But don't forget that we're going to have the Pro Wrestling Show present the Predict the Outcome special predictions. Don't forget, it'll drop this Saturday at noon. We'll have it for you. And immediately following Elimination Chamber, we will have the review. So don't forget, we'll have on our social channels right here, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, as well as our 3 main social channels. So look for that coming up your way here on the Connect TV socials as well. Well, we saw right here that Gunther attacking American Alpha, making an example out of Cesaro and Otis by beating them up and main event Jey Uso coming out there to save you know who, the American Alpha. Main event Jey Uso want to get his hands on Gunther. He'll do so at WrestleMania, and main event Jey Uso will have that opportunity coming up. Don't forget, main event Jey Uso is on the 2K25 game as himself, hyping up the crowd. But main event Jey Uso, real serious talk. He wants to be world champion. That's what he saw Gunther do, was a catalyst display tonight. The main event Jey Uso did what he did tonight, beating Gunther and doing what he needed to do. So we'll see that coming up as well. Main event Jey Uso coming up. Well, another thing right here, Cody Rhodes being confronted by Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes went through this dance again last year when Cody wanted to pursue his dream to become the world champion to finish the story, and he did. And Seth Rollins said, "What are you doing? Don't do this. Don't sell out to The Rock as The Rock did this past Friday on SmackDown, asking Cody to sell his soul to him, and he'll give everything to Cody that he wanted." You know, The Rock told Cody that, hey, all you got to do is just give me your word and your bond. Everything will be open for you. Just like the Miss McMahon situation. What Rock did a couple of years ago at Survivor Series, he sold his soul to Mr. McMahon, and all the doors started opening. Now Rock, now the boss of WWE, final boss, as he'd like to call himself, doing the same. And The Rock wanted to make sure that happens, that he can lead doors for Cody Rhodes. But tonight, Cody felt the brunt. I don't get why the WWE champion was on the show tonight. I think Seth should have just came on SmackDown to give him that ultimatum than doing all this for Raw. But hey, it is what it is. But it kind of made compelling TV. Will Cody Rhodes sell his soul to The Rock at Elimination Chamber? We will have to find out, but we will talk about it on the review show. And what I would think what's going to happen on Predict the Outcome special. So look for that coming your way. But that's the $1 million question right now. Will Cody Rhodes sell his soul to The Rock? But Seth Rollins made it clear tonight that, hey, I made mistakes. I'm not perfect. Cody, you're not perfect, but you can right this wrong and not join The Rock. So it kind of led to that tonight. What's going to go down? So we just have to wait and see what Cody's answer is going to be. AJ Styles and Logan Paul still becoming arrogant once again, telling AJ Styles that he eliminated him at the Royal Rumble. This could be another tease or something. Logan Paul just making enemies left and right, as Logan Paul does. But Logan Paul better know what he's doing. He better watch his back. I can tell you that right now. What Logan Paul doing. But hey, it is what it is. We just have to wait and find out. Well, we get to this, the main event. The women's tag team titles were on the line as Bianca Belair and Naomi defend the titles against Judgment Day, Liv Morgan and Raquel. Can Liv Morgan and Raquel win the tag team titles for a third time? That was the question. We heard that earlier tonight, and it was that tonight for Liv and Raquel. What a hard-fought matchup for both women. The fans were in it. The fans did everything they could tonight to make sure everything became impeccable tonight. But throughout the whole entire match, we saw it throughout what went down. But we saw how that became a reality as Liv and Raquel regained the women's tag team titles with the help of Dominic, and did so tonight. Dirty Dominic in the corner of Liv and Raquel, winning the tag team titles tonight. And you see right here at the end, they're the new tag team champions once again. So Liv and Raquel done it once again and done it for the masses. We told you that earlier tonight. Can Liv and Raquel regain the tag team titles? I guess the answer was yes. So that happened tonight as it did tonight. So, hey, we know that Liv Morgan will be heading the Elimination Chamber as a champion, but this time as a tag team champion. Can Liv and Raquel win? Okay, Liv regain the women's championship? We just have to wait and see. However, that's going to be bad. Play out. So we'll play out and see. All right, that ends the Raw Ring Report. Let's move over to the Wrestling Hot Topics. Wrestling Hot Topics right here. Ezekiel Jackson, a former ECW champion and Intercontinental champion, announced that he's going to come back to wrestling. He's going to do it under a Wrestling Independent. So Ezekiel Jackson wants to see if he can go back and do what he need to do. So hey, we also saw this right here that Trish Stratus and Tiffany Stratton, they'll be tag teaming this weekend to take on the team of Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. So we'll see that match coming up as well. So a lot of matches that's going to be down and out coming up your way. Eventually, Elimination Chamber. Um, like I said, this is going to be the first right here. This is a trivia fact right here. This is going to be the first Elimination Chamber to not feature no title defenses since Survivor Series 2001, and that was kind of like a couple of years ago. So we're gonna see that coming up as well. Um, Tomorrow we'll have the Legends Future Great review as well on Wrestling Hot Topics. We'll talk about Legend Future Greats. We'll get to like season by season, so look for that coming up your way tomorrow as well. We also heard too that Vince Russo announced that when he turns 65 years old, he's going to stop watching WWE. He's not going to review in WWE no more. He don't want to get paid by WWE. He said the same thing, the same sentiment that he said about AEW wrestling. Now he's going to say the same sentiment about WWE. It feels like WWE is now not his time, not his cup of tea. As we saw that earlier tonight. All right. We know that next week on Raw will be critical after WrestleMania. We will be officially on the road to WrestleMania, as we told you next week. That that Rhea Ripley will set to defend her women's championship against Io Sky. These two women will meet next week, and we'll see who's going to be the women's world champion walking into WrestleMania 41 as the women's world champion. So we're gonna leave you with Raquel and Liv and Dirty Dominic Mysterio helping the Bay to get back the women's tag team championships that they won for a record-setting third time. I've been your host, Kendrick Dick, saying so long. Thanks for watching the Pro Wrestling Show. We'll see you later.